Okay, today we will discuss about finding method of moments estimator of normal distribution. So find the estimate of the parameters mu comma sigma square of the normal distribution by the method of moments. Let x follows n mu comma sigma square, then its PDF is given by, what is the PDF? 1 by sigma root 2 pi e power minus of x minus mu by sigma whole square. So x limits are minus infinite to plus infinite, minus infinite to plus infinite. Now we know that mu1 dash is expectation of x is mu. మళ్ళీ మనం ఇదంతా అక్కడంతా ప్రూవ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే రైట్, ఎందుకంటే కొంచెం లెంతీ కాబట్టి మనం ఆల్రెడీ మనకు తెలుసు. రైట్, this is mu1 dash, expectation of x equals to mu. Next, what is variance of x? Sigma square, we already known it. Okay, what is variance of x in general? Expectation of x square minus expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. Now is it fine? ఇప్పుడు ఓకే కదా? రైట్, సో వేరియన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? వేరియన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ మైనస్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ హోల్ స్క్వేర్ ఈక్వల్ టు సిగ్మా స్క్వేర్. ఓకే, ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ అంటే ఏంటి? mu2 dash మైనస్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? mu స్క్వేర్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు సిగ్మా స్క్వేర్. దట్ ఇంప్లైస్ mu2 dash equals to sigma square plus mu square. Okay, this is first equation, this is second equation. From 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, first equation ఏముంది? mu1 dash equals to mu. Second equation ఏముంది? mu2 dash equals to sigma square plus mu square, sigma square plus mu square. Now let x1 x2 and so on xn be a random sample of size n, then sample moments m1 dash m2 dash are given by what is m1 dash? Summation xi by n. What is m2 dash? This is, say for example, set of equations, say for example 3, equation is 3, set of equations is 3. m2 dash is summation xi square by n. Now from 3 and 4 replace mu1 dash mu2 dash by m1 dash and m2 dash. That is method of moments. These are the population moments, these are the sample moments. Replace it. Okay, in the place of mu1 dash you just apply what is m1 dash? Summation xi by n. That means mu is summation xi by n. Now from this one, what is mu2 dash? m2 dash. m2 dash is what? Summation xi square by n equals to sigma square plus mu square. That means sigma square equals to summation xi square by n minus mu square. What is mu? What is mu? Summation xi square by n minus summation xi by n whole square. Therefore mu cap is x bar, sigma square cap is summation xi square by n minus summation xi by n whole square, are the method of moments estimator of mu and sigma square of normal distribution Okay, once again I will keep from the beginning. Okay, look at that. Find the estimate of the parameters mu comma sigma square of the normal distribution by method of moments. Okay. So for the distribution, first we need to write probability function. If you want to write down, otherwise you can take the screenshots. Let x follows n mu comma sigma square. We know that mu1 dash expectation of x is mu, variance of x is sigma square, expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square, sigma square, mu2 dash one, 2. Now let x1, x2 and so on be a random sample of size. Then sample moments are given by replace it, and then do the simple calculations. You will get it this way. You will get it. Mu cap and sigma square cap are the method of moments estimator of mu and sigma square of normal distribution. Okay, so far we discussed in this estimation theory, we discussed about method of estimation and the estimator characteristics of a good estimator, that is unbiasedness, sufficiency, consistency, so those properties. And then we found by two methods. One is maximum likelihood estimator, another one is method of moments. Now next we move to the next concept, that is test of hypothesis. That is test of a hypothesis. First of all, we'll see what is a hypothesis. What is hypothesis? A statement about population. Statement about population is known as hypothesis. A statement about population is known as hypothesis. Any statement. Average height of a student of SG government degree college is 5.2 feet. That is also hypothesis. Average weight of a person in Pelair town 42 kgs. Okay, that is also a hypothesis. Average marks of second sem students in 2020 in SV University roughly 52 marks. That is also statement. All are statements about population. That statement we call it as hypothesis. Okay, what is statistical hypothesis? What is statistical hypothesis? We will see. Statistical hypothesis. A statement about population in terms of population parameter or parameters is known as a statistical hypothesis and is denoted by capital H. In our entire testing of hypothesis, a hypothesis means it is a statistical hypothesis. ఈ ఎంటైర్ స్టడీలో ఒక హైపోథసిస్ అంటే అది స్టాటిస్టికల్ హైపోథసిస్. నువ్వు మళ్ళీ సపరేట్గా చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. రైట్, నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేస్తాం? పీలేయర్ కాలేజ్లో ఉన్న స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క యావరేజ్ హైట్ 5.2 feet అంటే దాన్ని టెస్ట్ చేయాలి. యావరేజ్ అవుట్ గోయింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఏ బల్బ్స్ లైఫ్ టైమ్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ 2000 hours. Yes, that is statement. Now you need to check it whether that statement is correct or not. That is what testing of hypothesis. Tests of a hypothesis. A test of a hypothesis is a two action decision problem after the experimental sample values have been obtained. The two actions being the acceptance or rejection of the hypothesis. ఒక కంపెనీ వాడు బల్బ్స్ 2000 hours ఉన్నాయి అంటాడు. అది ట్రూ అన్న అవ్వచ్చు, ఫాల్స్ అన్న అవ్వచ్చు. ఎయిదర్ ఇట్స్ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ ఆర్ రిజెక్టెడ్. రిజెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద హైపోథసిస్ అండర్ కన్సిడరేషన్. It is also known as a hypothesis test. అటువంటి టెస్ట్లని హైపోథసిస్ టెస్ట్ అంటాం. అటువంటి టెస్ట్ని హైపోథసిస్ టెస్ట్ అంటాం. అటువంటి టెస్ట్ని హైపోథసిస్ అంటాం. అటువంటి టెస్ట్ని హైపోథసిస్ అంటాం. Say for example, some h p equals to 0.2. That means some p value for binomial distribution p is something about p is 0.2 or another another hypothesis saying that mu is 10. Some population mean mu equals to 10, or say for example mu less than or equals to 10, or any hypothesis, any statement regarding population. So exponential distribution theta, that is something greater than or equals to 10, something greater than or equals to 10. So all these are examples of hypothesis, how the hypothesis looks. Now next, in this one, in hypothesis we have two categories. One is null hypothesis. Null hypothesis, it is a statement, which is believed to be true, or it is used as a basis for argument, but has not been proved. Null hypothesis అంటే ఏంటంటే either it is believed to be true, అది నిజమనైనా నమ్ముతావు, లేదంటే ఆర్గ్యూ చేయడానికి ఒక బేసిస్ కావాలి నీకు, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ప్రూవ్డ్. ప్రూవ్ కాలేదు బట్ అదే కరెక్ట్ అనుకొని ఆర్గ్యూ చేయడానికి ఒక బేసిస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ డినోటెడ్ బై H naught. It is denoted by H naught. So on an average students attendance percentage is 60%. సో అది నల్ హైపోథసిస్. లేదు ఇంకా తక్కువే ఉన్నారు, దట్ ఈస్ అంటే అది చెక్ చేయడానికి ఇంకొకటి కావాలి స్టేట్మెంట్. లేదు స్టూడెంట్స్ 60% కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్నారు, 60% కంటే తక్కువ ఉన్నారు, అప్పుడే కదా మనం ఆర్గ్యూ చేసేది. ఇప్పుడు ఒక నల్ హైపోథసిస్, ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ చెప్పాము, దానికి ఆపోజిట్గా ఇంకొకటి ఉండాలి. సో ఆర్గ్యూ చేయడానికి ఇంకొకటి కావాలి, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆర్గ్యూ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ టెస్ట్ చేయడానికి మనకి ఇంకొకటి కావాలి. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆల్టర్నేట్ హైపోథసిస్. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ hypothesis. It is a statement of what a statistical hypothesis test is set up to establish. It is denoted by H1. This is denoted by H1. Okay, right. Next. One is null hypothesis, another one is alternative hypothesis. Next definition. Simple and composite. Hypothesis. Simple 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 hypothesis. It is a hypothesis which specifies the population distribution completely example, not even H naught, anything, hypothesis. Not only null hypothesis, it's just a hypothesis. Hypothesis. That means H X follows binomial 100 comma P, where P is 1 by 2. P equals to 1 by 2. P equals to 1 by 2. That is simple hypothesis. Or any other hypothesis, we can take it. X follows N mu comma sigma square. Mu comma sigma square. Say for example, mu is 10, sigma square is 5. Yeah. When parameter equals to some specific value, then we can say simple hypothesis. Okay. What about composite hypothesis? What about composite hypothesis? Composite hypothesis. It is a hypothesis which does not specify the population distribution completely. That means H X follows something, say for example binomial 100 comma P. P greater than 0.5. What is the value of P here? What is the value of P here? Greater than 0.5. We don't know exactly. You don't know exactly what it is. X follows Poisson lambda such that hypothesis lambda less than or equals to 10. Okay, lambda you know less than or equals to 10. You know that lambda is less than or equals to 10. But what is the exact value of lambda? You don't know. Such a statements, such a hypothesis, we call it as composite hypothesis. We call it as composite hypothesis. Very, very important. They ask you in an examination that define what is null hypothesis, what is alternative hypothesis, next what is simple hypothesis, composite hypothesis. These type of, they ask directly definitions. So you need to write all these things. Okay, next. Okay, next. Yeah. Next definitions. All are definitions. And then we go for problems. After that we go for problems. Next. Test statistic. Next definition is test statistic. A test statistic A test statistic is a statistics calculated from observed samples x1 x2 so on xn. Its value is used to decide whether or not the null hypothesis should be rejected. Null hypothesis ni reject చేయడానికి మనం తీసుకునేది. The choice of the test statistic will depend on the probability distribution of the population under the null hypothesis under consideration. ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు ఈ పాయింట్లో? The choice of test statistics will depend on the probability distribution. It's different from one probability distribution to another probability distribution of the population and null hypothesis under consideration. How will you define the null hypothesis? H naught, either mu equals to 10, mu greater than 10, mu less than or equals to 10, or mu equals to 5. So test statistic depends on the probability distribution of a population and hypothesis how we constructed. How you constructed. So test statistic depends on all these criteria. Next definition. Critical values. The critical value or values ఇలా రాసామంటే either value or values for a test of hypothesis is a threshold to which the value of the test statistic in a sample is compared to determine whether or not the null hypothesis is rejected. The critical values for any test of hypothesis depend on the significance level at which the test is carried and whether the test is one-sided or two-sided. Okay, రాసుకోండి. See, first you write down the definition. Once if we go for one or two examples, then once again I will come and explain these definitions. Once again I will come back to these definitions. Okay, yeah, these definitions, critical values, and then critical region is there. Okay, right. Once again I will come back when after doing some problems. Again I will come back to this point and I will explain you. Okay, just write down the definitions. Next one. So once class is completed, everyone wants to share your today's class notes. Everyone should share. Some of you are not sharing. Okay, but from today onwards everyone should share in the WhatsApp group. Okay, next definition. Critical region and acceptance region. Critical region ante enti, acceptance region ante enti. The critical region ne rejection region ani kuda antam. The critical region, CR, or rejection region, or rejection region is a set of values of the test statistic for which the null hypothesis is rejected in a hypothesis test. In a hypothesis test, that is the sample space, for the test statistic is partitioned into two regions. One region, the critical region, will leads us to reject null hypothesis H0 and is denoted by capital C, critical region. The other region is known as known as acceptance region AR and denoted by C dash. If an observed value of the test statistic, observed value of the test statistic belongs to C, we conclude reject H naught. Observe చేసిన వాల్యూ క్రిటికల్ రీజన్ లో ఉంటే, if an observed value of a test statistic belongs to C, we conclude reject H naught. Otherwise we accept H naught. These are the definitions. We accept H naught. So these are the definitions today we discussed. In the next class we will continue. Look at critical region, acceptance region, critical values. Critical values is different, critical region is different. Test statistic, and then composite hypothesis, simple hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, null hypothesis, and hypothesis. Testing of hypothesis. Before that, first of all, what is test of hypothesis? Okay, these are the terms today we defined. So in the next class we will continue with some more definitions and problems. Okay, right, here I am going to stop.